Today we are dealing with exercise 4.3 and question number 1 and 2 you have done already, and we have discussed that how to use the quadratic formula to get the roots of a quadratic equation. Here, as you are aware that first of all we have to find d. What is d? D is the discriminant and d equal to b square minus 4ac. First of all we are finding the value of d, and then we are checking that if d is greater than equal to 0, then the real root exists. So while using the quadratic formula to get the roots of a quadratic equation, we must find d first, and when the value of d is coming, then we need to compare that value with 0, whether the value of d is greater than or less than 0. If the value of d is greater than or equal to 0, then there is the real root. One more thing is there, when d is equal to 0, that means both the roots are equal. When d equal to 0, then both the roots are equal. That means whatever value you are getting for alpha, that value is only there for beta also. Now today I am going to discuss question number 3. So question number 3 of exercise 4.3 of your NCERT book is like this. Question number 3, there are two questions. First question number 1 I am doing, x upon 1 by x is equal to 3, and here it is written x does not equal to 0. Here this is the condition written that x does not equal to 0, because if x will be 0, then the equation cannot be in the form of quadratic equation. So here we are having the equation x minus 1 by x equal to 3. Let us change this equation into a quadratic equation. How? We will multiply both the side by x. So when we are going for the solution of this, then what we will need to do? Multiplying both side by x. Why we need to multiply it by x? Because there is the x, this x will cancel. What will happen to this equation then? Here x into x become x square, and 1 by x into x you will have only 1, and that is equal to 3x. Further you can write it x square minus 3x and minus 1 equal to 0. Here now this equation is in the form of a quadratic equation, where you can see that where the value of a is 1 and the value of b is minus 3 and the value of c is also minus 1. Then just you find out the value of d. Therefore d equal to, as you know, d equal to b square minus 4ac. Therefore the value of b is minus 3 square minus 4 into 1 into minus 1. Like that, first of all we will calculate the value of d, that is 9 minus and minus becomes plus 4, and 9 plus 4 becomes 13. Now you can see that d is greater than 0. That means we have seen that d is greater than 0. The value of d is coming 13, and 13 is greater than 0. That means real root exists. So we need to write over there, therefore real root exists. Therefore real root exists. Real roots exist. If real root exists, therefore we will find x equal to, you know the formula, minus b plus minus under root d upon 2a. Here minus b means minus, and the value of b is minus 3. You need to write it like that, and plus minus under root 13 and upon 2 into the value of a is 1. So let us put here 1. Then it will be 3 plus minus under root 13 upon 2. That means there is 2 signs are there, plus and minus. One is for alpha and another is for beta. That means alpha is equal to 3 plus under root 13 upon 2, and we can write beta is equal to 3 minus under root 13 upon 2. That means these are the two roots of this quadratic equation, alpha and beta, and both the roots are coming to you as 3 plus under root 13 upon 2 and 3 minus under root 13 upon 2. Ultimately, at last you need to write, hence x, alpha and beta are what? That is the value of x. So x is equal to 3 plus under root 13 upon 2, comma 3 minus under root 13 upon 2. So these are the value of its roots. So you can copy it down and you can find the roots of another equation that is given for question number 3.2. You can solve it like that only. First of all, you will calculate that question. Question number 2, once again I am repeating, question number 2 is there, 1 upon x plus 4 minus 1 upon x minus 7 is equal to 11 upon 13. After simplifying it, that means you need to simplify first. First of all, you change this equation into a quadratic equation, then you can find the roots of this equation by using the quadratic formula. So I hope that you can do question number 2 by yourself. So just you copy down this question number 1, then I am showing you another question. So this was question number 3.1. Now I am going for the word problem. This is question number 4. You can see in your book the question number 4 is like this. The sum of the reciprocal of Rahman's age in years 3 years ago and 5 years from now is 1/3. Find his present age. What is given here? It is a word problem. You need to frame the equation by yourself. The sum of the reciprocal of Rahman's age 3 years ago and 5 years from now is 1/3. Find his present age. So how to write the statement for this question? Let Rahman's present age, Rahman's present age be x years. Okay, Rahman's present age be x years. I am going to take Rahman's age as x years. Therefore 3 years ago, Rahman's age will be x minus 3 years. This is Rahman's age before 3 years, 3 years ago, and after then we need to find 5 years from now. That means after 5 years, Rahman's age after 5 years, Rahman's age will be x plus 5 years. Okay. So 3 years ago Rahman's age is x minus 3 years, and 5 years, after 5 years it will be x plus 5 years. Then according to question, what is told in the question? The sum of the reciprocal of their age. That means you need to write it like that. Reciprocal of x minus 3 will be 1 upon x minus 3, and reciprocal of x plus 5 will be 1 upon x plus 5. And what is the sum of their reciprocals? That is 1/3. That means it is 1 upon 3. Now you need to solve it. Okay, how we have done here? You can see in the left side there is the addition of fractions. So I am going to add it simply. The LCM of x minus 3 and x plus 5 will be x minus 3 into x plus 5. Then x minus 3 will divide this, you will have x plus 5, and x plus 5 into 1 will be x plus 5 itself, and again x plus 5 will divide it, then you will have x minus 3 itself. So I can write it like that, and it will be 1 upon 3. Further, here x and x you can add, that becomes 2x, and 5 minus 3 becomes 2. Now this you can multiply, x and x when multiplied it will give you x square, x and into 5 that will give you 5x, and minus 3 into x will give you minus 3x, and 3 into 5 will give you minus 15, and that is equal to 1 upon 3. So what I have did here, just I have multiplied x and x, that is giving you x square, x and 5 when multiplied it is giving you 5x, then 3 minus 3 and x when you are multiplying you are having minus 3x, and minus 3 and plus 5 when you are multiplying you are having minus 15. Now you just solve it to form the quadratic equation. Further, this will be 2x plus 2, here you can write like this, 2x plus 2 upon x square, then here 5 minus 3 that is giving you plus 2x, and here minus 15 is equal to 1 upon 3. Now you can cross multiply it. After cross multiplication you will have, when you are multiplying 1 by x square, that is giving you x square plus 2x minus 15, and when 3 multiplied by 2 it is giving 6x, and 3 to the 6 plus 6. Further you can write it x square plus 2x, and 6x is coming right to left side, that means it becomes minus 6x. Now minus 15 I will write, then minus 6 I will write, and right side we are having 0 itself. So that you have to transfer all the term from right side to left side, so that you will have 0 at the right side. Now you are having x square and 2 minus 6, that will give you minus 4x, and minus 21 is giving you 0. So now you can see that you are having a quadratic equation. Here x square minus 4x minus 21 is a quadratic equation. Okay. So x square, it is x square minus 4x and minus 21. Now you can apply any of the method to solve it, because it is not mentioned that by which method you have to solve. So you can apply either factor method, or you can apply the quadratic formula to solve this equation. So here first of all I am going to check that whether I can factorize it or not. So here 21 is there, so 21 can be factorized. Here 7 into 3, that giving you 21, and minus 7 and plus 3 will give you minus 4, so I can factorize it. So I will suggest that you just copy till here. Okay. So further step I am going to write it like that, minus 7x plus 7 3 are 21, and here 3x minus 21 equal to 0. So by any of the method you can solve it. So I am using the factor method to solve this question further. X minus 7, and here plus 3 if I am taking as common, x minus 7 equal to 0. So here I have applied the middle term splitting rule, by that I am factorizing it. So till here you copy down, then the remaining part I am going to write over there. Okay. Now you are having the factor of this. So factors are x minus 7, x minus 7 into x plus 3 into x plus 3 is equal to 0. Further you can write it x minus 7 equal to 0, or it is x plus 3 equal to 0. Further, you can write it x equal to 7 or x equal to minus 3. So, you have seen that the value of x is coming to you as 7 and minus 3, as you are aware that a's cannot be negative. So, avoiding the negative value, because you know that a's cannot be negative. Since you have to write a's cannot be negative, cannot be negative. Therefore, neglecting the negative value. So, neglecting the negative value, Rahman's percentage, present is, you have to take as 7 years, is equal to 7 years, and that is your answer. You know that a's cannot be negative, you have to write here so that you can understand it. A's cannot be negative, so neglecting the negative value, Rahman's age equal to 7 years. So, the present age of Rahman, you are having 7 years, and it is your answer. So, you have seen that you can solve the quadratic equation by any of the method if it is not mentioned. That means until and unless it has not been told in the question that use the particular method. Sometimes it is written in the question that use quadratic formula to solve the following equation, and sometimes it is written just solve the following quadratic equation or just find the root of the given quadratic equation. In that case, you can apply any of the method, you can solve the question by using any of the method. There is no problem by applying the factor method also. So, here you have seen how I have done question number 4. Like that, question number 5 is also there as a word problem, and I hope that you can do this question. I am going to do now question number 6 for you all. So, few questions I will show you, and remaining questions you need to solve by yourself. Okay. So, question number 4 just you have seen, and 5 I have told you to do by yourself. I am showing you question number 6 now. One more question is there, question number 6. Look at the question. The diagonal of a rectangular field is 60 meter more than the shorter side. If the longer side is 30 meter more than the shorter side, find the side of the field. What is given in this question? The diagonal of a rectangular field. That means you are having a field in rectangular shape, and the diagonal is given 60 meter. It is 60 meter more than the shorter side. Okay, and if the longer side is 30 meter more than the shorter side, find the sides of the field. So, let us understand this question like that. First, I am going to draw a rectangle so that you can understand what are given here. See, suppose this is a rectangular field, and here the diagonal, they are talking about diagonal. So, you just take one diagonal, okay, and here you can see that in a rectangle the shorter side is the breadth and the longer side is the length. Now, what is told that shorter side, they are taking first the shorter side. The shorter side means breadth. You can take the breadth as x. If I am taking the breadth as x, so length will be x plus 60. Length will be x plus 60, because it has been told in the question that the length of the diagonal is 60 meter more than the shorter side, and the longer side is 30 meter more than the shorter side. That means the length is x plus 30 meter. Now, you can apply the units here. All the measurement are written as meter. Now, let the shorter side of the rectangular field rectangular field that you know that it is the breadth, and that is equal to x meter. Therefore diagonal and length, therefore its length, I can write just length, its length, that means length is x plus 30 meter, and diagonal is x plus 60 meter, So these things are given in your question. Once you have taken the breadth as x meter, then length will be x plus 30 meter and the diagonal will be x plus 60 meter. Now you can see that in a rectangle, diagonal divides it into two right angles. The diagonals divide it into two right angles. So you are having a right angle. If I can write here A, B, C and D, suppose ABCD is your rectangle, then ABC is a right angle triangle. Now AB is the base and BC is the perpendicular and AC is the hypotenuse. So applying Pythagoras theorem, by Pythagoras theorem, since triangle ABC, since you can write in the diagram, since in the diagram triangle ABC is a right angled at B. Okay, therefore applying Pythagoras theorem, you know that AB square plus BC square will be equal to AC square. That means P square plus B square equal to H square, or B square plus P square equal to H square. So this is the Pythagoras theorem. I am going to apply this to get the value of this. So what is AB? AB, you have seen that it is given as x plus 30. So you can write its square, and BC is x, you can write as x square, and AC is the diagonal, that is x plus 60. So you can write it as x plus 60 square. Further, you need to apply the formula to solve it. Now you can see, you can apply a plus b whole square to solve it. So a plus b whole square is equal to, here it will give you x square plus 60x plus 900 plus x square, and at the right side it will be again x square plus 120x and plus 3600 plus 3600. I have applied a plus b whole square, that is a square plus 2ab plus b square. So here you are getting x square plus 2 into x into 60 is giving 120x, and then plus 60 square is giving you 3600. So in both the side you can see that something you can cancel. What you can cancel? That I can observe that here this x square and this x square can be taken as cancelled, because one is at the left side, another is at the right side, and both are having the same sign. So you can cancel in this situation. If you are getting the terms on opposite side and they are holding the same sign, then you can cancel it. So x square only gone from there. Till here you copy, then I am doing the remaining part of the question. Okay. Okay. Further, I am going to adjust this to form a quadratic equation. I am writing here first x square, then I am writing here plus 60x, okay, and 120x is coming from right to left side, then it is negative minus 120x, then I am having plus 900 and minus 3600 I need to write. So, all the term from right side I have taken at the left side, then I can form the quadratic equation. Now, you can see the condition is like that, it becomes x square plus 60 and minus 120 will give you minus 60x, and here 3600 minus 900, how much it will give you? Minus 2700, okay, it will give you minus 2700 is equal to 0. Now, you can see that it is in the form of a quadratic equation, it is in the form of a quadratic equation, and I can solve it by any of the method. Once again, I am going to solve it by using quadratic. The formula I am not going to use, I am going to use the factor formula, okay, by factorizing you can solve. So, as I know 90 into 30, you know that 90 and into 30 will give you 2700 and 90 minus 30 will give you 60. So, I can adjust this equation like that, x square minus 90x and plus 30x minus 2700 is equal to 0. Further, I can write it x minus 90 and plus once 30 I am going to take as common, it will be x minus 90 itself, that is equal to 0. So, further it can be written as x plus 30 and it is x minus 90 is equal to 0. Now, you have got the factors, so you can get the value of x also. Okay. So, we are having the factors, we can write it x plus 30 equal to 0 or x minus 90 equal to 0. So, further it will be x equal to minus 30 or x equal to 90, again neglecting the negative value. Okay. Once again you can neglect the negative value because dimension cannot be negative. So, here you can write neglecting the negative value x equal to 90, x equal to 90 meter, and as you know x is the breadth, as you know it is therefore breadth, you are having the breadth of that field and that is also the shorter side, that means a smaller side of the field, that is breadth. So, breadth equal to x and that is equal to 90 meter, and length that you can write as length, you can see length is given x plus 30. So, that I can write here 90 plus 30, that is equal to 120 meter. So, further you can write your answer, find the sides of the field. So, you can write hence you can write length is 120 meter and breadth is 90 meter, and that is your answer. So, like that you can do the word problems very easily and simply. First of all, you need to frame the quadratic equation, then you can solve by using any of the formula. So, remaining few questions are there which today I am giving you the homework to solve it, and in case any problem you are facing, you can contact with me, let me know that in which question you are having problem in this exercise. Thank you for today.